Today we're going over the brand new Coquette D1. This is the brand new sports classic that we have in GTA Online that was released just 2 weeks ago. I'm usually not a fan of the sports classics in this game. I think I only own one of them. But after driving this around for the last couple weeks and using it almost every single day, I think I might have found a new love for this class of vehicles in this game. This is now the 4th variant that we've seen of the Coquette in GTA history. We had the first generation Coquette in GTA 4, and then we also got the 2nd generation for GTA 5, and then later on we would get the GTA Online Coquette D10, and finally we have a classic Corvette in this game. It's been a long time. We should have had this a lot sooner, and I gotta say, after driving this thing around for the past couple weeks, this is becoming one of my favorite cars in the game at the moment. It's obviously not going to be as fast as the supercars, but it's going to be ranked in the top 10 for the fastest sports classic cars, which is definitely something to make note of. You can purchase the D1 over on the Legendary Motorsport website for $1.5 million, which honestly seems like a really fair price. At the end of the day, you're probably going to look at a total price of like 1.7 to 1.8 million after all the customizations, which for a top tier new vehicle isn't that bad whatsoever. So finally, heading into the customizations, we get 26 new categories. 26 categories for a classic sports car. You definitely don't see that too often. Heading into the actual categories, we have front bumpers. We get 3 different options to choose from. You get a stock bumper, front bumper delete, and then the torpedo front bumper. I ended up going with the slanted back double exhaust. But you get a couple of options that are actually pretty cool and unique, like looking at these front quad exhausts, which don't look bad whatsoever, and then you also get the long side exhaust, which we kind of see on most cars. But overall, pretty good selection to choose from. For whatever reason, they give you 12 different options for headlight covers. I ended up going with the classic headlight covers. But again, you could get pretty creative. There's a ton of different selections to choose from, even going with these lashes, which look ridiculous. I ended up doing a grille delete for this car. I think the grille just added a little bit too much that I didn't really like. Since I have these front bumper accessories on here, it didn't really match that well with the full grille. But again, there's a few different options to choose from. This one actually kind of does match. It doesn't look that bad either. But for now, I have the grille delete, which I probably am going to change later on. And then for the hood, I ended up just going with the stock hood. There's 11 different options to choose from though. But in my eyes, none of these really look that good except for that stock one that we get. You can go like complete classic hot rod and have these blowers outside of the hood, which actually don't even look that bad with this car whatsoever. But for now, I'm going to try to keep this as minimal as possible. It looks good how it is stock, so I don't really need all the customizations, but again, you can get very creative with this. You even get a livery option for this car, which I wasn't expecting to see whatsoever. You can do a little black stripe, which doesn't look bad. And then you can also add this white stripe, which kind of reminds me of like the Greenwood decal that you can put on. And then you can turn this into a complete racing car. You got this insane pinstripes that go all around the car, which looks insane. And then you can turn it into like a rusty race car or a brand new race car, which doesn't look bad either. For whatever reason, Rockstar loves to give you a ton of options for mirrors. For my paint job, I just have this really nice red color. It's my crew color. I don't even know what the variation of it is. But with these classic cars in GTA Online, red always seems to be like the top color for them. Literally almost every single paint job looks good with this. Like any color whatsoever is going to look good on this car. You get an option for a roll cage, a primary or secondary, and then you can also just do a no roll cage, which doesn't look bad either. For the roof, you can take the top off, which honestly doesn't look bad whatsoever, but if you're going to have a roll cage, your character's head is going to be like a little deformed into the roll cage for some reason. For the trim, you get a few different options to kind of play around with. You get a chrome delete, primary side panels with the trim, and then primary side panels. I ended up just going with the stock. It just looks completely fine to me, to be honest. Trunk accessories, I do have trunk latches, but again, you can add some different things to this car. You can add a spare wheel, small rack, luggage, a large rack with luggage. There's a lot of different options to choose from. I don't know if anyone is even gonna ever use these options, but you get them. And then for my wheels, I just have the stock wheels. I haven't really played around with the wheels too much. I honestly just really like how this car looks as is. And yes, there are a lot of categories. I didn't really utilize them as much. I'd like to see what other people are doing to this vehicle to make it stand out. But for now, I'm kind of liking just how simple and like minimal the customizations for this car is. Now, the big question is the Coquette D1 worth the $1.5 million? And my answer is yes. I am not a huge fan of the sport classic cars in this game, but this one is definitely making me change my mind a little bit. I love this car. I've been using it a lot throughout the past 2 weeks. And again, it's not going to be the fastest car, but it's just a really fun and cool car to drive around with. I don't really have any complaints on this car. It's an all-around pretty good car. $1.5 million. You can't go wrong with that, especially with a new car in today's GTA Online. So if you're still on the fence of going out and buying the Coquette D1, definitely would recommend it. If you guys want to see more videos like this, I upload GTA videos every single week. So subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.